let me just see if this works. Cool, looks like it is. Well, you know what they say, behind every game developer, behind every good game is a game developer who is tired and would rather work on something else. Which is why I'm working on Squid chess instead at the moment. Not really sure what I've actually got to do. I've made a good few changes. You know, have a look at all these. I mean, these are tiny changes, but something I've realized is that small changes actually can have a big effect at times. Even some things like sound effects. I can't remember how long it's been since I actually made a video about this, but I put some sound effects in the game. You can't hear them because I have my streaming audio muted, but this is kind of what we're working with. This is what we got. So here's King Squid. Can't get rid of him. He is a bunch of upgrades I haven't purchased. This one doesn't actually exist in the game yet. That's fine. And you have these worlds to enter. So if I just stick this guy anywhere, that's actually a very unlucky format, to be honest, but it's alright, you can get by. Not pathing very effectively, which is a bit weird, but I'm not going to worry about it. So already a few things you can notice. You probably didn't see, but you actually get hella XP for taking pieces now, which is important because the game now depends on leveling up your guys in order to access the different regions. And I'm gonna buy some more because another thing about this game, you do lose all your pieces quickly and easily and often. So there we are, making short work of these guys. Easy peasy. That horse is really effective. And you just keep doing this. I mean, you have a look. The levels are going up faster, which is nice. One thing I might want to do, I'm thinking a lot about the design, is put level thresholds on, or elo threshold, whichever you like, on the... Did I just have a piece get taken? Oh, it did. I just saw on the replay. That's another advantage of live streaming this, is that I can very rapidly take a look back in time by about 5 seconds. And the reason for this is that my bishop has no armor. And that's a very dangerous condition because that means he gets taken instantly if anything happens. But what I was saying is that I would really like some level thresholds because pawn's probably not too useful. That kind of balance is the fact that at the moment you can get lucky and you can buy 9 rooks and then you're completely unbeatable right off the bat. The same for the knight, to be honest. You know, I mean, maybe I don't want them to start off super powerful, and as well, maybe you should only be able to purchase certain upgrades once you have a piece which is above that level threshold. So I actually think that would be a really good idea. And it wouldn't be difficult to add. Actually, it might be kind of a pain, but it's alright. So I'm just, you know, this is basic gameplay. You go to the safe world. This one here. I would like something to sort of spice up each of these, because at the moment, you may have noticed, this is highly repetitive. Again, did something just get taken there? I'm always a bit afraid that it's being taken by my own pieces. So let me just rewind that. What happened to my horse? No, wait, what? That shouldn't have happened. He was taken from the front. It'd only normally be taken diagonally. That's not ideal. Oh well. So we have a whole bunch of pieces now. You can see the ELO rating has gone up because it just adds together all of these things. Again, this kind of thing not actually added yet. Don't have a bishop. Be nice to get some shields for the knight, but that will make him very overpowered, so that would be a higher level thing. One of the things I'm realizing, bishops, obviously there's your support character, it's basically a cleric. A rook, that's a tank. He's got the health, he's got the fortitude, he's literally a castle. That leaves the knight is going to be the offensive glass cannon, move it around erratically, quickly, hard to catch. I mean, it's absolutely ideal. I don't know why the real inventors of chess never thought about it this way, but they should have. Anyway, so I'm about to get my shit kicked in because I'm going to enter this world, and it's absolutely overpowered. At the moment it's okay, but keep an eye on this guy. Yeah, look at that. So that is arguably a problem, potentially. And we have another one here, because these things will just shred armor, they'll shred health, they'll shred everything. So I think probably the best thing to do is to remove the shields from these guys. Pick up the health if I really need to, but I probably don't. And there we have it. We've just lost the entire team. Well, we have a pawn. So this is kind of the situation. And this is what happens every single time. You go to the safe world, you build up a basic army. You go to the dungeon world, and you get absolutely wrecked. I also gotta make it so you can no longer trigger hurt the king, because there you go, that just wipes out the entire game. It's good for debugging, but in an actual game that would not be useful. Am I actually spending resources when I get these guys? Because I seem to be building up a lot of resources and they never depreciate. So what is this? 250 black gunk. It does get spent. I'm just collecting it as well. You can see in all of these tiles, just constantly farming and collecting these, so I suppose it must balance out. That's actually a really good thing. Okay, it's gonna take a minute. I just covered a lot of stuff in a very short time. Yeah, level thresholding on the upgrades would be really important. Tweaking some of the layouts would be important too. See, if I had level thresholding, I could make the upgrade. I mean, the upgrades are already quite strong, but I would add some really high power ones later on. That works. Really, you can just idle. So I mean, yeah, but look at this. I think you can buy the upgrades, and then it's just a matter of getting them. I think that works. Okay, I need to think of the right way to do it. Now, for the real reason I have my YouTube audio music and my YouTube audio muted is that I'm going to listen to music now, because I don't want to get copyright striked. Okay, let's think. Something that sometimes helps is actually writing stuff down, because otherwise I can't focus on it. So I'm going to make a few paper notes of what I just discussed, because I don't want to forget it. Okay, so level thresholds. And what was the other thing? Oh, I'll make a note. Stronger upgrades later. I think maybe what I might want to do is have like sort of ultimate late game, like the Riot Games phrase, the end game, late game fantasy, end game fantasy, whatever it is, that the king would in the end game be able to run through the dungeon world completely solo. That would be an interesting index for where the power scaling is. What the hell? Ah, okay. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know, I'll think about that. I would be okay with that if that happened, because, you know, I have these things like cast fireball, and that's just a spell. I can't go too crazy with the basic stats, but things like that, cast fireball, who knows what else. Maybe a lightning thing. Be funny to walk in and just vampire survivors the whole map every single time. And I do have to tone down the... Yeah, that's the other thing. I have to tweak the dungeon layouts. That works. Alright, cool. So level thresholds for upgrades is definitely the main takeaway here. I also have to actually add some upgrades because I don't even remember half of these. So before I do anything, I am unfortunately going to have to wipe my save file. How do I do that? Oh, crikey. Oh my god, how do I do that? What the fuck have I done? I forgot I made this sophisticated but complicated save file management system with all these different like IDs. I could load an empty file and save over it. Would that work? Oh, I'll try. Fortunately, at the moment, I don't have anything I actually need to save. So let's do it here. Wipe save ID. We'll have to do this on a per ID basis because no, I'm not going to use that as a default because I don't want to do this accidentally. It doesn't really make a difference, but there you go. So just do load an empty file. Actually, is there anything reset config file to go for? Probably not. But you don't know, do you? Clear? Clear could do it. So I'll do clear, and then I'll just do save. I'll specify the ID. Now, do I just quit the game at this point? I'll be safe. That would be safe. Okay, so get an option. Where's my options menu? Finally, that means I have something to put in the general tab because I don't have anything. Get rid of all these. Do I not have the titles? Oh, weird. I basically want this exact button. Call it that. Change the signal. I believe that is connected here. It is. And then this is going to be very simple. Well, we should probably put like a confirmation here, but you know, it's too late. Okay, so I think like, well, I have to change the text. Just gonna technically I don't have to make it permanent. I could just do a backup, couldn't I? That'll be safe. I'll just save it. I can't, you know, you can just do stuff like this. It's easy. Save file wiped. There you go. All right. Okay, cool. So that this is hopefully a little bit safer. Okay, let's give it a try. Hopefully this will wipe by save data. Okay, all good. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. So Right, okay, forgot about that indeed. So, it's probably not that useful to have multiple save slots, so I'm going to just disable that. Let's see. I don't know, some silly default value. Polyp. There you go. That should do it. Because it's not gonna... There you go. So my name is now Polyp. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. I don't think it will. I don't think it's actually displayed anywhere either. But that does it. Alright, cool. Now the other thing is I want to check... hold on. Don't look. I want to check to see if that actually... Save file wipe. Yeah, it does. Looks like it. Okay, good. So it backed it up properly as well. Perfect. Cool, so I'll commit those changes. Wipe save data. Ugh. I need to set up the passkey authentication, or oh my god, what is your problem? Now let me know if my keyboard is really loud, because it's right next to my microphone. Okay. Are we good? So, let's see. Okay, cool. So another thing is that I'm actually recovering from a cold. Mostly recovered, but yeah, okay. Okay, so I've wiped my save data so that I can see the upgrades and I can see how it works. I will at some point need a little bit of instruction. Oh, look at that. Actually locked out. So, there you go. -1 elo. Actually, let's do minus, because I don't know. Maybe somebody will end up with negative elo. They shouldn't, but you never can tell. Stuff happens. So we can access this. If I go here, I have negative squid part. I have absolutely no idea how this works. I do not know why. Eventually this is going to be like the cosmetics area, and you're going to be able to spend squid parts, I guess, but I don't know how you get them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. One thing worth exploring is how long it actually takes to access the dungeon world starting from scratch. I think it's only 100 elo, so it shouldn't be too crazy, but you're gonna have no currency at the beginning. So you never do now. And thankfully, in this situation, the penalty for getting the king captured is literally none. My god. Yeah, these pawns are not super effective. So yeah, I have no currency, so I can't actually afford that. Slowly collecting it. It's probably the worst thing about starting over is not having any of the resources. Oh well. This one has not spawned any. What's happening here? Even this, oh, it is, it's just very slow. So the more of these that I beat, the faster I'll be actually generating these. Okay, so I can't buy this one because I don't have any of that black sludge. Which is fine because you won't get that till you get into the dungeon world, I think. Cool. We'll be able to... I can only buy pawns at the moment. So it's a slow start. But you know. And eventually you can really ramp up the resource gain if you want to. Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? I need to disable that trigger hurt thing in a lot of situations, because at the moment you can click on these things when you're not even in the game. For another thing, you can I said you can click on the enemy king. That's not fair. I shouldn't be doing that. What is going on with this guy's pathfinding? Why is he so dumb? He like does that. What's wrong with you? Oh shit, what is wrong with me? This time, gonna be a bit smarter. Not gonna just place him directly on the diagonal because, my god, what's wrong? What was I thinking? Okay, so that's a boss room. It also should make some sort of demarcation for the boss room, because otherwise, how are you gonna know what's a boss room? So this is good. I like the beginning. Oh shit. Whatever. So the price difference is a bit ridiculous when you think about it. I mean, that's literally like 3 or 4 times the price for nothing. Like, the bishop isn't that much better. I gotta figure this out, you know? Probably should put it down to this end, because the fact is you're gonna be losing your pieces a lot. So we have a pawn. Could we get a second one? In a few minutes we can get a second one, probably. And it'll only take a moment. But that's this interesting sort of thing about the way this game is. Lots of You take it slow, you know? There's actually a third one down here. I don't know if I need to go for that one yet, but fact is, when I enter this boss room, I'm gonna get destroyed. So I think what I need to do is, I spent all my money on, I've wasted my money on pawns, to be honest. I need to put some instructional text telling you things like, oh, you know, you can drag pieces. Literally, just an actual piece, a line of text that comes down here with a little gradient, so you can actually read it. That's all I need. That would be perfect. And I would have to work out ways for it to be triggered. So something like starting the first game, like place your king, then drag him around, you know. Then it could be something as simple as after you win your first game, you get resources automatically. Your king will farm resources automatically, something like that. And maybe when you hover over a boss room, you don't have to fight the boss. You can leave now and spend your resources on upgrades for your pieces. Something like that. Or again, a little piece of instructional text after you get the first upgrade. That would be really good. I can imagine it. You just put this little piece of text at the top with a little gradient. That would be perfect. Okay. So I've just wasted all of my money. Let's see what happens. This is very unlikely to go well. Yeah, okay. However, kept my bonds. And yeah, these are quite expensive. But that's okay. Now, how does this guy has loads of elo. So already the king has 100 elo. He's already unlocked the dungeon world. If you show up at the dungeon world, you're going to get annihilated, you know. So I might want to be changing all of these thresholds anyway. I only want you to really go into the dungeon. Well, I don't know. Because at this stage, let me just see what would happen. I don't know what's going on. See a new unlock. Let's have a look. Ah, so you get absolutely annihilated instantly. Now we have nothing. And there's absolutely no chance of getting any resources because we can't even win a single game. So, a bit educational, you think, wow, that was brutal. Back to the safe world. That's how it's gonna end up. This is really the tutorial region where you're just learning how to do it. Alright, cool. Cool. However, it is boring as hell. I mean, you know, I say it's boring. It's been about 5 minutes and I've played this game way too much for my well-being. I do think I should be reducing the price of the pieces. It should be a bit more about whether you find them in the first place rather than whether you can afford them. Because I like this level of pricing. It is a bit expensive on the black sludge, but you know. Maybe that's why the king is acting so weird. Is he is actually moving defensively. That could be it. I need to look very carefully at the upgrade prices as well. So, yeah, let me just have a look at the well, it's tricky because you get the ball rolling and you don't want to just leave. Because you kind of have the farm happening, it's building, It starts off slow, then it gets a bit faster. That's how you do it. Yes, he doesn't take that one because he would just get taken instantly. That's actually quite good AI. I'm actually quite proud of that. I didn't realize that I made it that way. I may not have realized it. He did just stand and attack in a diagonal there, but I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to say, you know what? I don't know. It's a mystery, frankly. It's been too long. I no longer remember what this guy is doing. Yeah, okay. So again, making the right decisions, ultimately, most of the time. And just keep going, Might need like a wins and losers tally at the top. That might be cool. Because then you'll actually be able to see quantitatively how much you're earning. That might be why the king is getting so much experience, is because he gets experience from collecting the resources. Which is a little bit stupid. I gotta change that, I think. No, I can't have that happening. That would be ridiculous. So do I have, yeah, proc reward. Specifically, don't do that. Might need to reload. I need to get to 250 and I can buy something. Not sure what, but something. So I'm going to leave the game here. 250. Oh. So those stars are one thing. Cool. Yeah, the question marks. I don't know how I get those. I've kind of scattered the resource requirements across these various world resources. I think the question mark could actually be the sun world, which is not ideal. But alright. So we gotta just keep grinding, keep grinding. So this guy, he should have twice as much health now, so he won't just die. So if I do something like put him here, yeah. Oh, not just twice as much actually, but 3 times as much. So that's a lot more forgiving. Because surely other people will have this issue as well. They stick the king in the wrong place and he just dies. It's no good. So, okay. Again, very slow is something I've realized. And it looks like... I still don't know, do I? I haven't seen him actually take a piece, so let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that looks good. It is hard to tell because of the resolution. I mean, he gets experience for just walking around as well. So he will, you know, snowball up a decent bit, but I just don't want it to be too much. Alright, let's see. There's no pawns. Oh, there's one. Pawn upgrades might be a little bit too expensive. I might want to break some of these up a bit as well. But I don't know. Okay, so I'll buy one just so that I can have a look. Yeah, that's a bit expensive, really. Oops. Put a line break in that one. Okay, so it's the black gunk is sort of gating quite a lot. I think all of these should be a bit cheaper. Because in the early game, the player is literally not doing anything. They're just grinding. As much as I like grinding, you can have too much grinding. So I have no idea how this works. Why did I gain squid parts? Is it from leveling? What's 158? 158 plus 236. Yeah, it's from leveling, because then this guy... Okay, I got it. So every time you level up, you gain a squid part. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. I'm just so lazy, I just can't be bothered. I don't know what kind of numbers to put here, because it is... Is that a big sum? It's tricky. So, okay. Bit of a playtest. Tweaking the layouts. Well, that's something I can do. Do I have any uncommitted changes? I do, but I'm not sure what they are. Oh, right, okay. Bug fixes. Layouts. So I want to take the... I think I'm just going to take the shields off entirely. I'll change that to health. I'll change it to 2. Because frankly, ninja, they're just too strong to have. Okay, cool. Tweaks. Stage all those. Hanging home, just chilling. Lots to do, really. Quite a bit of work to do until this is like a well-balanced, decent game, but I feel like I'm on the right track. There's a lot of different ways that I can fix the issues that I've got. A lot of different ways. Just don't know. Okay, I was gonna think about it. I don't think my stream has actually shown up anywhere. That's a bit strange. I was wondering, why have I got literally no engagement or views or anything? I usually get like 1. Maybe it's just because of Monday. I mean, it is a bank holiday, you know? Right, let me do something absolutely unprecedented and unheard of, which is something I used to do, which is actually try out this restream thing. How do I get rid of this one? Alright. Add my YouTube. How do I do that? Whoa. I think it's this one. Alright, get off my stream. Let's see. Fine. Okay. So added my YouTube. I think I have a Twitch as well. Oops. Hold on, let's see. Do I? I think I do. Oh, I do. Cool. Should have a look at my Twitch. I haven't used it. Alright. So those are the only 2 I care about. I have Steam. I'm not gonna do anything on Steam. Are you crazy? I actually do not have a Steam page for this. I'm asking me for a verification code. Are you kidding? Are you nuts? Have you lost your dang mind? I don't want to use a verification code. I'm gonna have to enter my verification code because otherwise Twitch is getting confused. I haven't received it, so I'm just getting trolled. Huh? Resend code. I didn't receive a dang code. Oh, wait, was that it? Yeah, it just went to my spam. What do you want? Why? Visa provision. I don't know what the hell that is. Getting my bank account hacked in real time because I have no idea what the hell that was. Let me just take a look. What is Visa Provisioning Service? That isn't anything Twitch did. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it was Twitch. Okay. Fine, whatever. Oh, this is a busy web page. Eesh. Alright, so can I just look at my profile? Do I have one of those? Yeah, there we go, channel. So I'm probably gonna quit streaming and then restart real quickly on Restream because yeah, cool. That works. 10 followers, look at that, not bad. Alright, so these are the two which I'm going to be doing. So I think Restream should aggregate all of the interesting stuff. So I'm going to see if I can do this real quickly before YouTube cancels my stream. It might do it, but okay. Just give me 10